Okay, guys, listen up because this is a big one. So I want to talk about the subconscious mind and the ego mind. So what is the subconscious, unconscious mind? Listen to this because it's so important. All learning, all behavior, and all change happens from the subconscious, unconscious mind. So happens in the so listen to this again. All learning, all behavior, and all change happens in the subconscious, unconscious mind. So what is the subconscious, unconscious mind? It's like this automatic program that's constantly running in the background and drives approximately 95% of your daily thoughts, behaviors, and actions. That's huge, guys. Let me explain why that's huge, but I'm gonna say this again. It's this automatic program that's constantly running in the background and drives approximately 95% of your thoughts, behaviors, and actions daily. We utilize approximately 5% of our conscious thinking, and any volitional effort we put towards using more than that takes a lot of energy and effort. So anytime you're learning something new, a new skill, or you're in class learning something, you are utilizing more than that 5% of the conscious thinking because you consciously take it in, and then the learning happens on a subconscious, unconscious level. Now, there is a difference between the subconscious and unconscious mind, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to umbrella it all under the subconscious mind because that's what mainstream media knows it as and calls it. So I'm just going to do the same. So no wonder why it's so difficult for people to break patterns, habits, addictions, insecurities, or any behavior, change any behavior about themselves. It's because it happens in this really powerful thing called the subconscious mind. So what is this really powerful thing? Let's zoom in on it for a second. What is it and how was it created? Well, I'm going to give this analogy. I want you to think of the brain as this intricate piece of hardware, and the subconscious mind is going to work as the software. So just like a computer software, the subconscious software also runs on binary codes. Yes. So I'm not going to get into that today because that's a big one, but I will get into that because it's a really interesting one. So each belief you have and each perception of something that you've had has its own set of binary codes. Every meaning that you have given something that you have perceived through your senses, your touch, your taste, your hearing, your sight. So those are your perceptions. That's how you perceive things. And then you give a meaning to it. It now becomes a binary code and it becomes a belief. So your subconscious program is your belief system plus value system. Let me tell you what value system is because you may not have the same meaning as what I'm giving it. Your value system is the order in which you give something importance or significance in your life. So the order of importance you give something in your life. So I'll give you an example. One person might have a value system of family is the most important, then spirituality, then love partnerships, then friendships, then business, then money. Another person might say the self is of most, and we're not going to be aware of this all the time. It's something that we have to dig to see what our value system is, but through the work that I'm giving and the homework that I'm giving, we target all of these. So another person's value system might be self, business, money, friendships, family. Another person might be spirituality on top, family, whatever. So everyone is going to be different. So the subconscious mind is your belief system plus value system. which was created from the time of birth and arguably before, but we're not going to get into that right now. So how was it created? Let's talk about the 4 cognitive stages of learning. The first one is age 0 to 2. And this is when we develop our awareness and our motor receptory system. So a small portion of your subconscious programming is created between the age of 0 to 2. Then 80% of it is created between the age of 2 to 7. This is a big deal, guys, because 80% of this program that is constantly running in the background, that drives 95% of our thoughts, our behaviors, and actions, was created between the age of 2 to 7. And so, sorry, let me just write down a note that I don't want to forget mentioning. Okay, I just remembered something and I don't want to forget to say it. And then, okay, back on track. So then between the age of 7 to 12, approximately 10% of this program was written, this subconscious software program. And these are the modeling stages of cognitive learning. So we're doing a lot of modeling, which means not like modeling, no, which means that we are perceiving, or we are observing our parents or primary caretakers, and we are taking in their behaviors. We're observing them, and we're either accepting or rejecting their behaviors, and it becomes part of our program. Even the ones that we reject, it still becomes part of the program. I'm not going to get into the details right now. Then the next cognitive stage in learning is between the age of approximately 12 to 18, even 19. And this is what I call the tribal years. So we are seeking to find where we belong in this world. Where do I fit in? Where do I belong? So approximately 5% of the program is created in this stage. Now, this program becomes fixed, and you don't add much to it after these cognitive stages of learning and behavior. The only way we add to this or change this program is through 2 means. One is through trauma. So anytime we receive trauma, especially significant trauma, we add to this program, or we change this program, and it's a negative change because it's trauma. But the good news is that anytime we receive trauma, it's also an opportunity to go in and heal it, and heal the very code that allowed for this trauma to stay, or that created the trauma, or that manifested the trauma. So it's an opportunity to heal. The other way we change this program is through aha moments or epiphanies. So my objective right now, guys, is to offer you guys as many aha moments and epiphanies to shake up the foundations of your subconscious program, so that you can then go in and install a new set of beliefs and paradigms, so that you can rewrite this subconscious programming. So where does the ego fit into all of this? Well, problem solved, mystery solved. The ego is the subconscious programming. So you can never get rid of the ego, and you don't want to do that because you need the ego. You need this program to exist on this planet. It drives 95% of our behavior. But what we want to do is we want to rewrite the ego. We want to give it a healthy version. We want to create a healthy ego or subconscious program that works for us, that helps us create the world that we want, rather than an ego that works against us and makes us miserable. So Now, the homework. Homework number 1 was the trigger journal that you're gonna do for 8 weeks. Homework number 2 is also gonna be for 8 weeks. You're gonna go to the back of your notepad and you're gonna create the reoccurring patterns journal. And you're gonna write down all your reoccurring patterns that you experience within this 8 weeks, and also the ones that you're already aware of. So reoccurring patterns with family members and with your with your love relationships. That's a huge one, because we are constantly experiencing reoccurring patterns within a relationship. It's really important that you write this down, guys, because the only way, the gateway to finding these embedded codes so that you can rewrite it, the gateway to finding them is through your triggers and through your reoccurring patterns. So also write down the reoccurring patterns of things you manifest into your world, into your life. What keeps happening to you? And let me just remind you, life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. And I'm gonna help you see this. But first you gotta do this work. And guys, if I have a friend here of 20 years that is watching this, that calls me up and says, okay, Christine, I'm gonna participate in your programs, I'm gonna say, no, you're not. Not until you do this homework. Because I'm not trying to be difficult by giving you this. This is essential and necessary to be able to decode, to figure out what the issues are, to be able to rewrite your ego, your subconscious programming, to one that will serve you, that will create powerfulness in your life, that will create the world that you want. So, you want to heal, or you just want to become a better version of yourself, or if you want to do all of that, you're gonna have to do the homework. To participate in these free programs, finish your homework. Okay, guys, invest in yourself. Love you. I knew I forgot something. So, a couple things I want to mention. Anytime you're having negative circulating thoughts, that is driven by your subconscious mind. So, if you're experiencing negative circulating thoughts, then you know it's time to get in there and make some changes, shift some stuff, do some work. Also, anytime, and this is something different, anytime you have a change in your belief system, because your belief systems live inside your subconscious mind, right? The program. Anytime you have a shift in your belief system, you will change your life, because your belief systems, your beliefs drive your behavior, and your behavior is what produces the outcome or the results. What you see manifest in life, what you see in the world around you, is produced by your behavior. So change a belief, just one belief, you will change your behavior, and in turn, you will change the results that you produce in your life. All right?